Islanders, you just can't make this stuff up. Upset cruise guests who have wild behavior. We're sharing two stories with you on the show today. One just blows my mind. A woman is on a cruise in the Bahamas. She's going on a shore excursion. She doesn't have the wristband. Does not have the wristband. She sits there for over an hour, makes everyone wait. She's eventually dragged off the boat. We will share the video and have reaction with you on the show today. We're also sharing reaction of someone who's supposed to sail on board the Wonder of the Seas. There's a slight delay on embarkation, and that guest is upset as well. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. Happy Friday, May 2nd, Islanders. I hope your work week is done. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Thank you for stopping by the show today. We're on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and relax in the islands just a little bit together. We're in a happier place than some of these cruisers today. I want to share this. Yesterday, I posted a video about lower cruise prices, the possibility that we see them in 2026 and 2027. Some of you have reached out. One in particular said, I want to save money right now. I want to save money on a cruise right now. If you can save me money, I will book it. Challenge accepted. In the next 24 hours, I will put out a video showing at least 3 cruises where I can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I will post that soon. Be sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell to receive notifications, and I will show you 3 cruises. Literally, I will save you hundreds of dollars on that. Let's jump into the cruise news. We've got upset passengers. And listen, all of us get disgruntled sometimes. Things happen on vacation where we get upset sometimes. But I would venture to say that you and I, and just about everybody in this community, we deal with those things. We move forward. We don't make a big deal out of them. We say, okay, that's part of life. We pick up our things. We move forward. That's the way things operate. That's the way things work. Unfortunately, on today's show, there's a couple of cruisers where they had unfortunate things happen to them. Maybe it was their fault. Maybe they caused some of this. We're going to share some of it. I want to give some background of this video before we watch it. I'm going to play it for you and have reaction in just a minute. This is a woman, a cruise passenger who's sailing on board the Carnival Glory. The Carnival Glory is in Nassau, Bahamas, and this cruise passenger is trying to go to Blue Lagoon. I've been there before. Just like most excursions through the cruise line, or sometimes even independently, when you're at your meetup point, they give you a wristband. That shows the crew you have paid for your excursion. That shows the crew you have checked in for your excursion. That shows the crew you are part of the group. I hate those bands. I hate those bands. Sometimes they're too tight. Sometimes the sticky part pulls my arm hair. Sometimes I'm sweating too much. I don't like the bands, but you gotta wear the band. And the first thing I do when I get back to the ship and the excursion is over, I pop that thing off. I throw it in the trash. I'm done with it. Yeah, this upset cruiser here does not have a wristband for whatever reason. We'll talk about it. She's on the boat. She's waiting to go on the excursion, and she has delayed everyone from going on their excursion by almost an hour and a half. They're sitting in the sun in Nassau for an hour and a half because this woman doesn't have a wristband. Let's play the video. We'll talk about it after. Let's get the reaction here of this woman and everyone on board. I'm playing this video straight as it is. I have not cut out anything at all. And I want to mention up front as well that Hey, It's Crystal 2 is the one that captured this video. She was on the excursion. Let's play it. Let's hear what we got from this woman. Here we go. You can see here she's sitting here. People are saying she's got to go. Security's telling her she has to go. She repeats over and over, I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere. She checked in. She wants a reimbursement. Security says, you don't have a wristband. Everyone else has a wristband. An hour and a half of sitting in the sun. Security's trying to reason with her. Can you imagine sitting here for an hour and a half for your excursion and this woman doesn't have a wristband? It's reported this woman in the yellow got too hot, understandably. Lady's trying to take care of her. Here's some water. Now look, the woman refuses to get off the boat and sat there as dead weight. And as they literally carry her, drag her off the ship, passengers cheer because their day, their excursion can continue. How crazy is that? Talk about running a cruise day. We don't have all the details here, but there's some things that I initially can identify. If you book an excursion, you pay for an excursion, you have a record for that excursion somewhere on your phone. I'm the one that's old school. I still print out the confirmation, print out the paperwork. I bring it with me. Even if I didn't have the paperwork, though, we all bring our phones. People bring their phones, and Nassau is one of those ports. First off, there's lots of places for Wi-Fi, and a lot of cell phone carriers only charge you $10, $12 a day to use your phone. Some of them, actually, it's free. This woman, as with any of us, could definitely prove that she paid for that excursion if indeed she actually paid for the excursion. It's unknown whether or not this woman actually paid for the excursion. Did she pay for it and not get a wristband at check-in? Did she pay for it and somehow mistakenly got on board and missed the process? Could it be also that this woman did not pay for the excursion? Maybe she had friends on the excursion. She tried to get on the excursion as well. She skipped the check-in process and got on board. We're not sure what exactly happened here, but here's what I do know. If there's a question on whether or not you're supposed to be here, it's easy to prove. And I'm sure the shore excursion company would say, hey, okay, you need Wi-Fi to prove it. Okay, we can go to a place that has Wi-Fi. We can go to the office. This is also a Carnival excursion. Carnival officials could help out here on whether or not the lady booked the excursion, but making these people sit here for an hour and a half in the sun, you saw the woman having issues, that's a problem. Being dead weight and making the security officers literally lift this woman off the boat, that's unnecessary. I'm not sure here about Carnival's response. As of now, there has been no response. But if this lady tried to sneak on to the excursion and did not pay, and if she didn't pay, she knows she didn't pay. There needs to be repercussions there. Maybe she needs to be banned. Maybe she needs to be fined. This incident took place almost 2 weeks ago, but it's all over social media right now. We don't know what exactly happened, but if she did not pay, she is stealing. She's stealing from Carnival Cruise Line, she's stealing from the tour operator, and she's stealing from the other passengers' time that they had there in Nassau. If I were on the boat, after an hour, almost an hour and a half of waiting, I would have got off. I said, hey, I'm done with this. I booked the excursion, I paid for the excursion, and I've got the wristband, but I'm getting off of here. And I would have gone back to guest service and said, hey, here's what happened. I would have got off. That is absolutely crazy. Crazy cruise passenger behavior in any situation. Unbelievable. Islanders, what do you think about this? We don't have all the details here, but if this lady did not pay for the excursion, what should happen? What should be the result? If she paid for the excursion, how could she have proven that she paid for it? There's many ways. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I also want to share another instance of a passenger who is upset. This guest is upset about the embarkation delay for Wonder of the Seas. Embarkation days are like Christmas mornings for adults. The happiest I ever am, just about as on embarkation day. You get that feeling, the butterflies in your stomach. You know it's about to be a big day. You get all this anticipation, right? Just like Christmas morning. And you can't wait to get on board. And sometimes it stinks. Sometimes it's bad when your embarkation day doesn't go the way you expect it to go. And this happens from time to time, where drills have to take place, Coast Guard inspections have to take place. Fog, Mother Nature gets in the way where your ship is delayed in getting in, or there's something that has to take place. And that's exactly what happened in this next Cruise News story. Guests have been informed that the May 4th sailing on board the Wonder of the Seas, the embarkation will be delayed. not by much. Here's what Royal Caribbean has shared with guests. Prior to boarding, Wonder of the Seas will conduct its annual United States Coast Guard inspection. During the time, the terminal will not be open for embarkation. To ensure a smooth boarding process, please arrive 1 hour later than your selected arrival time. 1 hour is not bad. It stinks. It does. No one wants this. No one wants it. It does stink. One person reached out to me. They are not a client of mine, and I didn't realize necessarily the person's name, so they're not an active contributor per se. But they reached out and asked me what they should go to guest services and ask for because of this 1 hour delay. And I did respond and said, hey, you really shouldn't ask for anything. Go eat breakfast that morning, sleep in an extra hour, maybe go take some pictures of the Wonder of the Seas and other cruise ships that are at the terminal that morning. But really, you should not ask for anything. They responded back and said, no, I am going to guest services and I'm going to ask for something in return of the ship being 1 hour late. The ship is not 1 hour late. This is an inspection. And Royal Caribbean doesn't have the power or the authority to tell the Coast Guard, no, you're not coming on board. That's not the way it works. Royal Caribbean has done everything here to share with their passengers, whatever your arrival time is. If it is noon, you now need to show up at 1 o'clock. But this passenger insists they're going to guest services and I will get something in return. That's crazy behavior. That's crazy behavior to think that you're entitled for something. What do you want? And that's what I asked. What do you want? And they wanted several different things. Send me to specialty dining. Send me to the spa. Give me a massage. Or they went as far to say they added up all the hours that they were going to be on the ship. And they wanted a prorated cost of what 1 hour would be with the total cruise payment that they paid for the cruise. And it came out to like almost nothing. I'm like, really? You're going to spend all this time, this effort, this energy, thinking and being upset, and embarkation day not having that special feeling anymore. You're going to go to guest services once you get on board, but you know it's going to be busy. You're going to spend the time saying, I want this back. And said, if I do the math right and I take the price that I paid for the cruise divided by the number of hours that I'm going to be on the ship over the course of the cruise, I need $31 back. I'm like, you're going to go through all this for $31? Unbelievable. Cruise passenger behavior. Should this passenger and all passengers on board the Wonder of the Seas be given something for this inconvenience? I don't think so, but I had to toss it to you and let you weigh in as well. That is the cruise news for today. We have several opportunities for you to weigh in the comments section below. Before you leave here today, do that. Make sure you like the video as well. Make sure you're subscribed. I will post that video on cruises that we can save you money on right now, in addition to savings that you will see in 2026 and 2027, we hope. We enjoyed the show today. We hope you did as well. Whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you enjoy it. I hope there's something cruise related that you find some fulfillment in planning your next cruise, looking at excursions, maybe looking at your next cruise. Islanders, we'll see your comments in the comments section. We'll see you on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.